Welcome back to Life with Shabomwe. I'm seeing the channel grow, okay, and I'm very happy. So thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you guys for growing the number, okay, slowly but steadily, okay. Regardless, I'm happy. So in this video, of course, I'm serving you real estate of my forehead. As you can see, I have plenty of forehead real estate, okay. But in this video, I'm going to be telling you guys about one of the things I will never allow anyone or anything or people, regardless of what it is. I'll never allow people to make me bitter, okay. Yes, and this is just something that I realized yesterday, okay. uh, Something happened and I'm like, you know what, uh, that's one thing that's one thing someone will never do to me, to leave me bitter and make me a bitter person. And actually this stems from my childhood actually as well, because I've been thinking since I started to get to go to therapy, okay. Thank goodness I sort it out. um i I remember one of my earliest childhood memories, okay. I remember being really beaten up, okay, like beaten up, and it was really raining heavily, and I was locked out of the house for like 3 hours, okay. And now, like in any other situation, any other kid would hate rain, okay. They would have like, that is like a trauma moment right there, okay. But the crazy thing is, instead of me attaching that moment to, like, oh my god, I have a fear for rain, I have a fear for for thunder, right now, actually, as I grew up, i I fell in love with rain. I just love rain. I love rain. So that is one of the things I look at and I'm like, there are definitely things that can never change me like that, things that can never leave me like hurt. Okay, yeah, hurt, yes, but bitter, absolutely not. And that is one of the things I'm grateful for growing older. Okay, when you grow older, especially when you start when you're self-aware, okay, you start to realize how a lot of us waste a lot of valuable time on utter total nonsense, okay, on things that don't matter. For example, being bitter, like that is one thing I will never allow myself to be changed like that, because it's, why there's absolutely nothing to be bitter about. Personally, I have always, especially now in my adult life, let it be the end of a friendship or a relationship or whatever, I've always looked at it like a lesson, and I've always looked at it of, you came into my life at the right time, and you have gone at the right time, because it's okay, especially in relationships. I will never be bitter over something that has ended. Absolutely. Okay? Because if it has ended, if you have decided you don't want me, I like to accept it, or it is what it is. So I can never be bitter about things. Absolutely. In fact, recently I was thinking, is there something I'm bitter about? Because I was just questioning myself, because I like to sit. That's why I like to spend a lot of time with myself. I like to ask myself certain things, okay? So I ask myself, I'm like, check yourself, because I do like to actively check myself. But I'm like, there's nothing. Like, what? Why would I be bitter and over what? Okay? And this is just something, of course, this is going to be a very short video, okay? This is just something I want to share with a lot of you, to understand that bitterness does nothing but cause more damage, okay? I've been there, I've been a bitter basic. No, I've actually not. It's always been about anger to me. It's my anger, and that is why usually when I get angry, I step away. When I get frustrated, usually I step away. It could be months. Yes, it could even be months for me to cool off, because I don't like to feel like, okay, there is nothing like bitterness, okay. So a lot of you need to understand that bitterness does nothing but waste time. Okay, being bitter wastes your time. Being bitter makes you damage even the relationships you have around you with closest, with people close to you, because once when you have a bitter mind, a bitter heart, you approach everything in life from a bitter place. Okay, yes. So a lot of you need to get rid of the bitterness. You need to understand holding on to being bitter is not a good thing. Okay, bitterness can be a distraction. Yes, it means you receive everything in life with bitterness, with attach everything you receive, you attach it with a little bit of bitterness. Okay, and when you approach everything in your life from a place of being bitter, trust me, you cripple your own self. Okay, yes, because if you're coming from a bitter place, if you and usually being bitter, simply to me, being bitter means you have failed to accept, you are living in denial. Actually to me being bitter means you are living in denial as an individual. Okay, so that's just something I want us to like normalize and accept, that being bitter does absolutely nothing for you as a person. Okay, you just find yourself frustrating yourself, frustrating the people around you, frustrating, yes, you just frustrate the whole entire world, and then you start to be angry at the entire world, everyone and everything, for no reason. When at the end of the day you're battling yourself, you're fighting yourself, you are failing to accept that it is what it is, you are failing to get yourself out of the victim mentality, you are refusing to stop playing the victim. Okay, yes. So a lot of you need to understand being bitter means you are living in denial. It doesn't matter if it's the situation or the business or the relationship or a relationship ending, or it could be anything. Okay, but personally, I don't have time for bitterness. There is nothing to be bitter about in this life. Okay, so I like it when I hear people say, oh my god, that girl doesn't have people around her because she's bitter. No, some of us love our peace. Yes, some of us love our peace. Okay, so we love our peace. We have worked on ourselves. We are continuing to work on ourselves. And once you enter that energy where you're self-aware, because that's where I'm at right now, you get to realize that all these other things are just kasasiro. Let me tell you something. Okay, and I know I've had a friend tell me, "Oh, time so okade." Okay, like I'm speaking like an old woman, but probably from the time I entered my 30s, I've just started to realize like there is too much valuable time we waste on things that are no longer even in our lives, that we are no longer interacting with, things that should not be irrelevant to us, but we continue to frustrate our own selves by carrying around bitterness. Okay, so personally, that's something I don't relate to, like being bitter, and I'll never be bitter about anything. Okay, yes, simple as that, because usually you look at it, there is nothing to be bitter, especially if you're the type of person who is accountable. Yes, if you're accountable, personally, I'm at a point where I've always been at a point where I keep it real with myself. I see things for what they are, and I like to be accountable for my own actions, for my own bullshit. So I can't find myself bitter. Okay, especially now at the point, especially where I am at mentally right now. Okay, I cannot ever find myself being bitter. Like, oh my god, I'm a point in life where I've accepted who I am, what my life is, how things are. So there's absolutely nothing to be bitter about. And I want to encourage a lot of you, and to make you understand that being bitter is just a waste of time. Okay? That anger, that bitterness, you are hurting no one but yourself at the end of the day. It's you making the losses. Okay? So personally, if it is what it is, it is what it is, okay? There is nothing to be bitter about, okay? Bitterness, first of all, oh kadia, oh kadiwa, I don't want to look 50 when I'm 30, okay? So sometimes just accept, okay? Acceptance, ladies and gentlemen, okay? There is nothing to be bitter about. You are hurting no one but yourself. You are playing no one but yourself. And a lot of you, when bitterness, you resort to anger, you resort to manipulation. All those things, let me tell you, all that energy you can you use to manipulate people, you use to like play on people's emotions just because you're bitter. Honey, you can direct all that energy towards yourself. Yes, get into a skin scrub routine. You can use that energy and pour it into yourself. I feel like we waste a lot of energy that we can transform, we can use to transform ourselves, and we use that energy to focus on the wrong things. Yes, so I just wanted to put this out there, okay? And I'm glad I am now able to do like these videos like in one text, okay? So thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share, and continue to enjoy the clearance sale. We are about to sell out. Thank you so much for buying. For those of you who have bought, thank you so much for making sure this is something I didn't know actually I was going to be able to do. I didn't see myself even selling, like, because now I'm left with just one box, okay? And that is just crazy. I didn't know I would pull that off, okay? But the fact that I have pulled it off, that I'm left with one box and some few small little boxes that are with the suppliers that are helping me carry the brand, this shows me that in the future, if I'm going to continue on this perfume journey, I can actually hack it because I've continued to figure it out, okay? Thank you so much. Bye.